Okay. I put this together a little hastily. I usually write notes or rehearse. I usually write notes or think in my head about what I'm gonna say ahead of time and shit. Okay. I decided to make this video. I'm not even joking. 3 minutes ago, if not shorter. Past couple of videos I've talked about. I talk about firearms responsibility. I talk about laws. I talk about why I joined the NRA. Blah blah blah. I've been hearing about new legislation. Now, details are sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't like to lie. I really don't know the whole story, but the story, according to the way I'm hearing it, doesn't sound good at all. First of all, remember England? I talked about it a few times. Years ago in England, they decided to revoke all firearms because it would be a better way of life. And I've heard in England no one has a gun, and I also heard in England people that some people are allowed to have 22 handguns, rimfire, or non-semi-automatic long guns. I really don't know. I don't live in England. I really don't know all their details, but England put in some heavy firearms restrictions, very heavy firearms restrictions, and 6 years later, the crime rate is allegedly 140% increase. Violent crime has increased 140% over the past 6 years in England, allegedly. And a lot of British citizens, and there's an NRA video on YouTube, a lot of British subjects, actually not citizens, subjects, are going nuts about it, saying, we want our guns back, we want to be able to defend our homes, we need this and that and the other thing. And a lot of them are regretting they didn't talk about it 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm talking about this now because I don't want to talk about it 6 years from now. I regret not talking about it today. There is allegedly legislation that they're trying to pass, and I've heard lawmakers from California or whatever are in favor of it, which is no surprise. Apparently, they're trying to give the U.S. Attorney General, whoever he is, not the U.S. Attorney General now, whoever the U.S. Attorney General is forever, today, 20 years from now. They're trying to give the U.S. Attorney General the authority to deny someone the Second Amendment because they are believed to be a terrorist. Now, that sounds like a good idea, right? Because if someone is believed to be a terrorist, we can make sure they don't get a gun, right? Well, that is a good idea. But allegedly, according to what's being said, the Attorney General does not have to give a reason. I am very familiar with the laws of this country, criminal laws in particular. Okay? The law is always responsible for proving the accused to be guilty. It is always the accuser's responsibility. Whether that accuser is a judge, a prosecutor, a police officer, or a witness. When you are accused of a crime, the person accusing you must prove you guilty. You do not need to prove yourself innocent. Okay? And there are people in this country that walk out of courtrooms guilty as Hitler. But because it couldn't be proven to the judge or the jury, they're innocent until proven guilty. Now, if you have a good, conservative Attorney General, this power is not a big deal. But let's assume you have a radical Attorney General. Whether it's 5 minutes from now, yeah, I have a watch on, right? Please. Whether it's 5 minutes from now or whether it's 500 years from now, if you have a radical Attorney General, that Attorney General will have the authority to deny someone the right to own a gun. Without reason. He doesn't have to prove the person is a terrorist. He doesn't have to prove the person is guilty. He can automatically revoke the Second Amendment for any individual he wants without reason. Now, Anyone convicted of a felony is automatically denied the Second Amendment in this country. Anyone convicted of domestic violence is automatically denied the Second Amendment in this country. However, what is to stop an Attorney General 25 years from now from denying a political enemy the right to own a gun? What if your name is John Smith or Susan Brown? Okay? And you can't buy a gun because someone named John Smith or someone named Susan Brown is allegedly a terrorist. Okay? I'm going to make myself 100% clear on this. I am absolutely 100%, no questions asked, in favor of our government revoking the Second Amendment for anyone who is convicted of a felony, anyone who is convicted of domestic violence, anyone who is suicidal, excuse the computer, and anyone who is overtly a threat to society. However, I am not under any circumstances understanding when any authority, whether it's the president, the governor, the senator, attorney general, judge, revokes the Second Amendment for no reason. In my home state of New York, a judge has a right to deny you the Second Amendment if he has a reason. So, if you are convicted of 2 DWIs, in my hometown, a judge can declare that you are a threat, you are irresponsible, and you do not need guns. He can do that. If you are convicted of child abuse, which is almost always a felony anyway, but if you are accused of child abuse, you could be denied the Second Amendment. If you are a documented alcoholic, a documented drug addict, or if you are documented to have attempted suicide, the judge in my jurisdiction has the right to revoke your Second Amendment for public safety. But they must have a reason. According to this, the Attorney General will not need a reason. Now, I just started a Facebook group. Yeah, I know. I'm good. I'm so good. I just started a Facebook group I would like you to join. I'm going to leave a link to it on the bar, but I'm also going to show you it now. I'm going to lift up the camera and we're going to move over here for a minute. 8 minutes. Okay. Yanity. Stupid thing. Okay. Okay. Don't allow the Attorney General the right Don't allow the Attorney General to revoke the right to bear arms. Okay? Don't allow the Attorney General to revoke the right to bear arms. And the default picture is the Statue of Liberty holding, I think it's a 1911 on her shoulder. I've never done this before with the camera, so excuse me. Okay. So, don't allow the Attorney General to revoke the right to bear arms. I needed a thing to make it, I needed to make it appealing. I needed it to stand that. I can't say don't allow section dash 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 blah 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 blah. I had to put it in simple words for people to understand. So go on Facebook. Don't allow the Attorney General to revoke the right to bear arms. Is that proper English? Okay, bye.